In the Montana University system, I'd summarize our approach to high impact practices as one where we're really considering how it shapes our overall approach to student success. And so we've worked in the MUS, the Montana University system, for the past several years on academic mapping, how we make our curriculum clear and understandable for students. HIPS, what it added for us is this ability to say, how do we make our curriculum transformational for students? Not just a clear pathway, but a pathway that has experiences structured into it that can really create the sort of change that we, as administrators, as faculty members, as teachers, hope that we can create for students in their time at our universities. Well, I think back to my experience as a student as to what were the experiences that triggered my sense of purpose, triggered some understanding about why I was in college and what I wanted that experience to achieve. And if I go back and look at those experiences for me, personally as a former student, they're things that we would now label as high impact practices. They were service learning, they were leadership roles in student government, they were communities that were formed through the honors program here at Montana State University that really led to my personal transformation. The challenge that we're trying to understand is which of our students have access to those type of experiences, those things that go beyond didactic pedagogy to directing students towards interacting with real problems, giving students a sense of real responsibility scaffolded within the campus context. The Montana University system has had a lot of success in the past 5 or so years working on facilitating statewide conversations around student success, and those have included big efforts on co-requisite remediation, math pathways, degree mapping. But one thing that I think often is missing from these conversations about improving retention and completion are the deep connections to student learning that we most remember as former students and that faculty most care about in their identity as teachers. And I think that what we're trying to do moving forward is to articulate HIPS as a new component of all these student success efforts, a component that does relate to retention and completion, can shift retention and completion, but also serves a couple of other purposes. One, ensures that while we're driving retention and completion, we're driving in ways that are creating quality transformational experiences for students. And two, bringing faculty closer to those conversations in ways that they haven't been brought before, because a lot of our strategies, while they affected faculty on the sidelines, they didn't connect with faculty in terms of their identity, in terms of what they hope to change in their students. We have in the Montana University system some thoughts learning from this initiative as to some new roles that we want to take on as a system. So a couple things that we identified. One, we're a big state with a lot of small campuses, and we have excellent faculty, but they oftentimes don't have access to the type of professional development that big universities would. And seeing this excitement that faculty have around the concept of HIPS and the particular high impact practices that are listed, we saw that as an opportunity to do a couple things. One is to supply professional development from the system level, largely through just generating conversations between faculty. In the past, that's taken the form of some statewide focused conferences where we're bringing folks together to share the exciting things that they're doing and also to expose them to some of the conversations that we're connected to nationally. In the future, we're thinking about it in terms of how, from a state level, from a system level, do we elevate and recognize teaching and leverage recognizing excellent teachers into communities of practice at the campus level that care about teaching and that are working together to improve how they impact students in the classroom. So we're going to pilot this coming year what we're calling the Regents Teaching Scholarship Program, where we'll identify 10 to 15 Regents Teaching Scholars from around the system. These are folks who are recognized on their campus as experimenters, innovators, excellent folks in the classroom. And then we're going to empower those folks to lead conversations, learning communities on their campuses around a theme for the year. And at the end of the year, the hope is that we'll bring everyone together for a statewide teaching and learning conference where we can, again, recognize, also pull out and connect some of the exciting work the faculty are doing in the classroom this year focused around high impact practices.